All right, so I'm literally recording back to back to back. So if you don't watch my NBA skits, what I do is I put on sunglasses for the Celtics character, and so we're right here. I literally just finished up. We'll be editing by the time you see this video, which it'll probably go up. I think I'll put it up Friday. So by the time you see this video, either it's right before I put up the NBA skit, or it's gonna be a little bit after. So we'll see. So I'm gonna take these off because it's actually really dark when I have them on. We'll leave them on my head though. So this video here, just kind of basically a part two to looking over the schedule. We dissected, went through game by game by game. I ended up, I skipped the Lions at first. I'm gonna go ahead and pause. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna pause that. Just whatever. And so I had to go back into the Lions. Because I skipped to the Raiders, went to the Broncos. I'm like, wait. I missed week 4. So there's a blooper in there. I didn't cut it at all, but looking at this schedule, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Playoff teams, we have the Vikings, we have the Chargers, we have the Chiefs, we have the Giants, and technically we have the Buccaneers, because obviously they made it to the wild card round last year. But Tom Brady's now retired. Baker Mayfield's, I believe, the confirmed starting QB. So yeah, that one's kind of like, I don't know if I'm gonna count it because they did make it last year, but they're probably not going to this year. Unless, the NFC South is terrible. They're booty cheeks. They're atrocious. They're really bad. So maybe they could go back to and get back and win that division. I don't know. But just kind of looking at this, we'll just kind of go down the list here. So we obviously face the Bears week 1, week 18. They don't even have, it's January 6th or 7th. They don't even have like exactly when they would play for week 18. But I think minimum we split with the Bears. I think there is potential if Jordan Love looks really good. I think we could sweep them, but we'll say 1-1. So that's 1-1. I think the Falcons are a team where it's like, yes, I think if Jordan Love plays like an average QB, middle of the road QB, as long as the defense shows up, I think we can win that. So that'd be 2-1. Saints, again, Saints, as long as you can play good enough, obviously their defense isn't what it once was a couple years ago. And they're in their own rebuild. I think they're still in cap hell. I don't know. Jeff can let me know if he watches this video. But I think we could win this, so I'm gonna give us the win here. I think this is gonna be a crappy game. It's just gonna be, especially again, if Love is bad, it's gonna be a crappy game against the Bears. It's gonna be a crappy game against the Falcons. It's gonna be a crappy game against the Saints. Probably gonna lose to the Lions. Crappy game against the Raiders. That stretch, if Love is bad, it's gonna be terrible. It's going to be terrible up to the bye. But if Love is average, if he plays average, middle of the road QB, top 20 QB, well, I guess it'd be like top 15, whatever. Plays around top 15, I think that they can beat the Saints. So again, we'll just say 3-1. We play the Lions twice. I'm going to go ahead and just give us 2 losses. I think the Lions are going to sweep us. Lions right now are looking like the best team in the North. They are the bar. They should win the division. I don't trust the Vikings. And I know I got a Vikings fan on this channel. What's up, man? Especially after last year. And, they just... They don't look like they're a team that should come back this year. And I don't know what their schedule is. We'll look at the whole NFC North. We'll look at the whole NFL schedule later, later this month. Into next month. I might do just 32 videos and just go through every single team. We'll see. But I think the Lions are going to potentially sweep everyone. Now, maybe they split with the Vikings, but I think that they are going to really dominate this division. And just, the way they are, the way their team is right now, I don't know, even if Love plays like an average QB, I don't know if that defense is going to be stopping their offense. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead, again, 0-2 against it, whatever way it is. 0-2 against them. We'll say that. So that brings our total to 3-3. Again, because then we don't have to do this again down here, and we'll just skip over where's the middle. Yeah, we'll skip over Thanksgiving and whatnot too. So then Broncos. This one's gonna rely on the defense. If the defense shows out, gets to Russell Wilson, flusters him, they're gonna win. If not, this is going to be a terrible game. This is going to be an atrocious game. Again, this might be worse than the Saints or the Falcons game. It really might be. I don't know what to say. I'm going to give the Packers a win here. I'm going to say 4-3 right now. I don't know. Their defense isn't that bad. But, again, if they play just as good of offense as they did last year, like, this might just be a defensive game, and whichever defense screws up first, that other team's going to win. So I'm going to say 4-3. I'm going to say the Broncos win. Or, I'm sorry, the Packers beat the Broncos. I don't know. We have to go 2 Mile High, which, again, is a mile above sea level. So, it's really hard to breathe, especially when you're not used to it up there. It's, that's why there's oxygen tanks and everything that they have up there. So that could play a factor into it too. Who knows? Then again, we'll do the 2 Vikings games here. So I think we're going to split. So 1-1. So that brings our total to 5-4 so far. With more games to go. But I think we could beat the Vikings at home. I think we're going to lose to them on the road in their stadium. But especially because early on in the year they're coming here. So I think by then, the Vikings, I don't know what their schedule is leading up to us, but, I think it's going to be interesting. I think we could beat them early on, but then as the Vikings are fighting for a playoff spot, probably potentially a wild card spot for them, I think they will beat us in week 17. So I'm going to say 5-4 there. Rams. Rams are that team where anything can happen. Obviously, they still have some pieces left from the Super Bowl, but they basically cleaned house. They're not, that good. But I don't know. I'm going to give the win to the Packers. We'll go 6-4. This feels like a trap game for Jordan Love. This feels like a game where the Rams are going to somehow look very good against us, even though they shouldn't. Because that always happens. We always make bad teams look good. I don't know why we do that. We did that a lot through the Rodgers era. It just... So, we should win this. We should is the key word. By the time we get to this game, start in November, I pray to God that this is not a trap game. I pray to God. So, what is that? 6-4 so far. No, wait, why? We're week 10 and I have 10. No, I should have 8. Oh, I guess because I'm counting these. So, yeah, so 6-4, because, again, we're not doing these 2 games here. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left. Yes, 12. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. Okay, so we're good. So, I'm skipping this one, too. So, Packers at Steelers. I think they could give us trouble. I'm going to say on the road, I'm going to say we lose 6-5 so far. I think Kenny Pickett, I personally do like Kenny Pickett as a QB. Steelers are that team where they're always going to find a way to go 9-8 or something like that and always be fighting for like a 6 seed, 7 seed bottom of the playoff contending teams. Tomlin, I don't think, has a losing season at all. So, as we get in the middle of the season here, they're going to start to ramp up and start to go, oh, yeah, we have to get above 500 for Tomlin. So I think on the road here, I think that defense is decent. I think they're a decent defense. I think Kenny Pickett should take another step up. So I'm going to say we lose that game. It'll be a close game. I'm going to say a close game. We lose a close game. But, on the road in Pittsburgh, I think we probably will struggle with that. So then we have Justin Herbert and the Chargers coming to the Green Bay. To Green Bay. To Green Bay. I think this is going to be really hard. I think we're 6-6. I think we lose to the Chargers. I don't know. Especially if they actually let Herbert be Herbert, do what he did his rookie year, gunslinger, just what Herbert was his rookie year. Now, obviously, last year he got hurt. He had an injury, he had a rib injury and whatnot for most of that season, so he wasn't fully healthy. I understand that. But if they let Herbert be Herbert, and that defense can, be a decent defense, doesn't have to be top 10, be a decent defense, they should be able to get into the playoffs. You're in one of the tougher divisions in the game right now. Probably not the toughest because the Raiders are probably going to be bad, and we'll see with the Broncos. But who knows? But you still have the Chiefs in your division, so I think we are going to lose to the Chargers. They're really good offense, and again, their defense, it's not spectacular. They can be beat, obviously, and if Herbert is not looking like Herbert, and the team is kind of struggling, then maybe we can win. But I'm going to say Chargers come into Green Bay and beat us as of right now. Again, when we get to my picks, and I do my picks weekly during the year, maybe by this point Jordan Love is looking like an average QB. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe we can win this game. But I'm sitting here, May 11th. I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm going to just say we lose the game and we are 6-6. Then skip over the Lions game. We are losing to the Chiefs. That's if you're an unbiased Packers fan, we're not winning that game. We might get stomped in prime time, Sunday night, prime time. Ugh, that's gonna hurt. And then we go to face the Giants. Yeah, we're gonna lose again. We're on a 3-game losing streak. So what is that? 8-6, or I'm sorry, 6-8, I believe, right? 6-8. Yeah. Saquon Barkley just kind of did whatever he wanted to do against us in London. Obviously, it's different. It's in London versus, they're just flying to New York or New Jersey, technically. But they're a good team. Obviously, I think there's been some arguments with Saquon. I don't think he wants to play on the tag or whatever, but I'm sure he will this year, and then they'll get the deal done next year. I'm sure he'll suck it up and play on the tag for a year, and then, again, he'll get an extension, or they're just going to say, okay, bye. But, I don't see why Barkley wouldn't play. And, again, we just played him last year, and we did not look good at all. We didn't look good, especially that second half. Now, Rodgers got his thumb hurt, or one of his fingers hurt. I forget what it was. And so, that kind of affected his game. But, well, I guess that was towards the end of the game. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, the Giants are a decent team, and they're, on paper, are better than us right now. So, if Love is playing average, again, I think we could beat them. We're not beating the Chiefs. But, we could beat the Chargers, could beat the Steelers on the road. Again, it's probably split with the Vikings. If Love is average, maybe we split with the Lions, but I'm just going to say 6-8 right now. We lose 2 times to them. And so then we have last 2 games here. So I have, was this 8-8? No, wait, hang on. Why do I have 8-8? It must be 9-8. It must be 8-9. Excuse me. It must be 8-9 because I think we can beat the Bucs. We're at home, and then I think the Panthers we can beat too. So Panthers are in a rebuild. Obviously, Bucs are in that state where it's like, okay, well, we don't know what Baker Mayfield is going to be good or not. So right now, I think we can beat them. So again, I believe it's 8-9. So win, we'll say loss. So 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. 3-4, 3-5, 3-6, 4, 4-6, 5-6, 6-6, 7-6, 7-7, 8-7, 9-7, and then I guess it'd be 9. Oh, so 9-8 I have. Okay, how did I get 8-9? So 9-8, 8-9, somewhere around. It just depends on. Are we going to split with the Bears? Do we sweep the Bears? If we sweep the Bears, probably go 9-8. If we don't sweep the Bears, we go 1-1 against them. Probably go 8-9. I think the Bears game are a big factor. I think the Vikings game are a big factor. I think the Lions game are going to be a big factor. And, the weird thing is the North is going to be competitive because every team is mid. Every team is not good. They're not good. Now the Lions are on the ascent. Right now, the Vikings are hanging their hats high, saying, "Hey, we got the division title last year. You guys all sucked, even though we all won the same amount of playoff games." But Bears suck, Packers suck, Lions again are on the ascent, but they're still meh, and Vikings are meh too. So it's not like, oh my god, like all these teams are so good, so they're all gonna go 9-8, 10-7, 8-9. And it's going to be a dogfight to win that division. No, it's going to be, okay, well, everyone's bad, so who's going to win? Who's going to have the most divisional wins? Who wants the, here's the title right here. Who wants the title? That's what this is. So, again, it's a mid-tier division. Anything can happen. I don't have the Packers winning the division. I don't see them winning the division. I don't see the Bears winning the division. It's going to be between the Vikings and the Lions, and that's it. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I just, maybe we can, again, split with the Bears. Maybe we can sweep them. If we can sweep them, good. Probably 9-8 if we go 1-1, 8-9. But the good thing about, right around being 8-9, 9-8, is the NFC is so top-heavy. You have the top 4 teams, and everyone else is trash. So you can sneak in with an 8-9, a 9-8 record. You can sneak in there at the 6th seed, at that 7th seed. And with that extra seed, better chance to sneak in. Now, I'm not saying we're going to make the playoffs. I am not saying that. I'm just saying you have your best teams, and it's basically, it's going to be the Eagles, it's going to be the Cowboys, and then you're going to have your other winners. So, you're going to have the Niners and the Eagles probably win. They're going to be probably fighting for the top 2 seeds. I will say Lions right now come in at the 3rd seed maybe, and then you're going to have the Bucks, the Falcons, the Panthers, and the Saints fighting for that 4th seed. And again, you're going to have the South. The South might all go 8-9, 9-8. And then if you beat, you play the South. This is a good thing. You play the South. So if you are beating the Saints, the Falcons, the Bucks, the Panthers, tiebreakers come along. Oh, look at that. Who's got the 7th seed? The Packers, because they have a tiebreaker over one of the South teams that's trying to get in. So, kind of glad to play the South here because tiebreakers are most likely going to come in a factor because you have the North and the South who are just totally just trash. They're trash divisions. So, anything's possible. I'm not going to say we're going to make the playoffs. I'm just saying the lower tier, 6th and 7th seed, most likely because the Cowboys are probably going to get the 5th seed. I'm like, they'll probably have another 10-win season. So, you have 6th and 7th seed. A lot of 8-9, a lot of 9-8 teams. If you can go 9-8, there you go. You have a chance to get into playoffs. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to wrap up here. Again, middle of May. I'm not, I don't want to say we're going to make the playoffs, but just the way the NFC is right now, we are not the AFC. We're not. We're actually a trash division with, again, it's basically the Eagles, the Niners, everyone else. Well, okay, you throw the Cowboys up there. Everyone else. That's it. So, for now, like the video, share the video around, don't subscribe. We'll see. I think in July we'll come and we'll do a tier list once we kind of have some, training camp footage and whatnot. We'll do some tier lists of the best divisions. Throughout the next month here, I might just look at either the whole NFL and do 32 videos, or we might just go division by division and look at, 4, maybe 8 videos, and just look at divisions and see, who's playing what, who's playing when. So yeah, like, subscribe, share, already did that. I'm out of here. Peace.